We come to another recurring segment and our last segment of the podcast for today. Would you rather?
Oh, my favorite. There we go.
Your favorite. We have a list of 100 would you rather questions from signupgenius.com. And I'm going to ask Kieran to pick a random number between 1 and 100. And I'll proceed to read out the would you rather question that lies within.
Okay.
So, Kieran, number please, between 1 and 100.
76.
76. Would you rather have your own boat or your own plane?
Ooh, it's a bit of a tame one.
Bit of a tame one, yeah, but you know.
Well, I think my own plane. I like to be a person who wants to visit like a lot of cities and things like that. And if I have my own plane, better chance of doing that.
Own
And
boat would be interesting.
And there's no such thing as the Mile High Club on a boat, so.
Oh God. Yeah, your own boat, I guess, would be interesting. You know, as long as you're not trapped in a port in Portugal, you know, with a bunch of other old people on a cruise, like COVID joke. Sorry, that backfired.
Oh,
yeah,
you.
Yeah, your own plane. I mean, there's always a danger of either crashing your plane or sinking your own boat. So, whichever's the lesser of the two evils.
Well, I mean, if you had your own plane, it probably most likely be a private plane, and there's less people to save. So, you probably have better chances of success. Whereas, you know, I think in a public plane, it's.
I mean, I'm just wondering how fast this plane. If your own plane is like Concorde, you know, and you can get from London to New York in like 3 hours, I would totally go for that.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I would love to not experience turbulence and accidentally choke on my own fork, but that's just me.
Well, why would you put your fork that far down your throat, though?
Well, what if I'm like just about to eat spaghetti or something and it goes...
Well, I love the way your mind works sometimes, man. I really do. So we both agree plane on that one then?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay, awesome. Okay, another number then.
12.
12, okay. So, would you rather become someone else or just stay as yourself?
Stay as myself.
Stay as myself. I think I would agree with that.
Because, and the reason for that is that there's no point in... There's no reason to better yourself if you would rather be someone else.
I feel like I've lived vicariously over the years through other people, and it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, you should never compare yourself to anybody else. It's that because their measurement of success is going to be different to yours, and it does not allow you to set up personal goals in a way that has realistic expectations.
It's something that I'm still working on, you know, as an individual, how to better myself in that regard of not comparing myself to others all the time and setting unattainable goals.
Yeah,
you know?
It comes with. I think it comes with experience. I mean, it's that time in our 20s, from listening to like either my nan or my mum or whatever. You know, of that age where you're still discovering things, and I remember reading a book which said, "Don't find yourself, create yourself." I think that's a very interesting thing to keep on board.
Well, there's that book, isn't there? That the subtle art of not giving a
fuck
F
yeah.
word. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Just let you pollute all the airwaves with your F-bombs all you want. Yeah. I've never read it, but I'm tempted to. You know, because sometimes I do feel like I care too much, especially about other people's issues. You know?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be that blind spot, even though I'd like to say like I care a lot less about what people think of me now. There probably is, there probably will be some sort of element which I'll be like, that will be my Achilles heel, if you will.
Definitely. I mean, I guess we could put a lighter stance on this question. So if you could become someone else for like a day, who would it be?
Ooh. That's a good question. Do you have anyone in mind yourself?
Oh, everything relates to music, so it's probably gonna be like, I don't know, Jesse Leach
Oh well,
uh,
now you say that, I'd probably
or
be.
Chino Marino or one of my another one of my musical idols. Probably.
Yeah, I would probably be Devin Townsend if I had to be anyone.
Oh, that is a great shout.
The amount of positivity and charisma, like oozing out of that guy. Who would not want to be him?
I love Heavy Devi.
Unless someone
Absolutely love.
who wants to keep their hair, I suppose. But
I had a Heavy Devi bit of a day yesterday where I was just listening to his music non-stop over the years, and he really is a sort of, he's eccentric as all hell, but he's really got his finger on the pulse in terms of how just musicianship.
yeah, no,
He is
wholeheartedly.
he is an artist in the true sense of the word.
Yeah.
So that's a great show. I like that.
Okay.
Okay. So, but on the whole, I think we both agree we'd rather be ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. Let's do one more and then let's call it a day.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I pick number 55.
55. Okay. Would you rather? Oh dear, this could go several ways. Would you rather date someone you met online or go on a blind date? Now, I've known, Kieran, about your your certain struggles with meeting girls online and things.
Do you have to bring that up to me now? No. Well, I'm glad I'm in the situation I'm in now. So let's start off with that.
Yes, absolutely.
To be honest, I mean, with a blind date, you have no idea what you're gonna get. If there is like, if you have your if you tell like the dating expert or whatever your ideals of what you look for in the other partner and stuff like that, then they can find someone suited to you. On the same subject, there is a show called Married at First Sight where they do the sort of blind marriage.
That thing. It's relatively new, isn't it, that show?
Well, yeah, it's they started re-airing season 4 from Australia, which was already aired in 2017. But oh my god, it's the worst thing I think they do in that show is pair people up who live like miles and miles away, like 3 hours away at points, and you're just like, if you're gonna keep up with this experiment, like, don't put everybody in the same situation where they're all like, how are they gonna deal with this and stuff like that. It's I think it's a bit unfair. But going back on topic, I would probably.
I mean, me personally, I would rather date someone that I met online, because at least you'll have got to know a bit about them beforehand.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. I mean, it can get like mentally draining at times, because I know from my experience I'd have people who would add me, like I'd say like, what's your WhatsApp, after a few weeks, a few days or weeks of talking to them, and we'd agree to meet up, and then half an hour before, without me doing anything to set them off, they'd just block me. And that's happened like 2 or 3 times within the amount of women I've talked to. And even like in other areas, I've had people who have like been interested one moment, and then the next moment they've just totally lost interest whatsoever.
You've had moments where their friends have been complete dicks?
Well, not necessarily, to be honest. Except for one, that was from a download a while ago, but
we're not going to go into that.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
So, I actually almost went on a blind date once.
Yeah.
Almost. I was working at this theatre, and this girl came up to me and says, "Oh, so and so, she's just split up with her boyfriend, sort of thing, and she quite likes you, so we're going to try and get you set up on a blind date together."
Did you not to sound like
nothing?
No, but...
nothing ever came of it. I was just kind of like, "Oh, brilliant! Yeah, if you could just let me know when she wants to do it," sort of thing. And then I never heard anything else. So I don't know what happened there, really.
I think, I don't know whether she was just looking for a quick, or I don't know.
No. Let's not get into that. Yeah, met online. I guess you could you just trust them more if you met them online in a sense.
Yeah,
A blind date, you literally don't know anything about them. You don't know where they've come from, if you even know them or not. You know, that's a much bigger gamble as far as I'm concerned. I think that's easier.
yeah, I think the biggest pro and con of each. With blind dating, it's just you and the other person. It's not a numbers game like it is online dating. Like, you're not talking to multiple people, and they're not talking to multiple people. So it's not that case of they could find someone else and say to you, sorry, but no. With blind dating, it's, there's I suppose there's, you find, if you find your exact match, and you get set up from there. And the con, as you said, is that you don't know anything about each other, so you could meet up, waste your time, and go on your merry way. And especially like rejecting someone in person can be a lot more awkward than rejecting them on an app. And then in terms,
last date I went on, meeting them online. She didn't even tell me face to face. She just basically texted me.
really?
So that was a bit painful. And we ended up both going to the Heavy Music Awards together just afterwards.
Yeah.
But I didn't meet up with her at the time. I was completely out of my mind on Fireball.
I think
probably for the best, because she actually was with the person she dated after me at the time.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I'd definitely go online, I think.
Yeah, I'd go online. I think when you do online dating and stuff like that, I just think you got to keep a few things in mind. Like, I'm speaking in general now, of what's it called? Not putting your eggs in one basket, for one. Seeing when someone is consistent to chat to, because I don't trust too easily yet. I think that's fair to say, and that's not like saying like about having trust issues or anything like that. It's just, it takes time to develop trust with someone. So always, and it depends on your motives for going on online dating. But I don't like it when people say it's just a hookup app like Tinder or something like that. I think it can be more than that. It depends what two people are looking for. Maybe there's a bigger ratio of people using it as a hookup app, but that doesn't mean that it's specifically a hookup app. Like, me and Katie met on Tinder, believe it or not. So and we've been together nearly 2 years. So what does that say? And there's plenty of people on Reddit that have made posts saying 4 years later after meeting on Tinder, and we're finally married. So